This is Gladiator Kicks, and I'm Gladiator. So today I have a lot. I have a paper actually that shows what happened ever since, I believe, Thursday. So I'm gonna talk about it. I didn't watch any of these games actually, I couldn't watch them. But I have them and then I have some information, so let's have fun. Alright, so first of all I wanna talk a little bit about how I've been this week, especially yesterday. Let me put this down real quick. I actually, this is a mat for gymnastics that my sister does, and actually, props to her. She actually helped me get this paper done, these papers done, the background done, and the camera correct. So, thank you, Johanna. And then we have the background. And yesterday was a very interesting day for me because, as I said, I do play for the development travel team. And yesterday I played and we won 3-1. One of my teammates had 2 goals and an assist, and I scored once. I was the person who got assisted. So I just wanted to say that. Hope you guys had a good day. And I'm going to start. So for me, today is Sunday. So I'm gonna go to yesterday, which was Saturday. I didn't get to watch any of these games, so I won't have anything crazy. So the first game that we have is Portugal versus Croatia. That was 2-1. And this one was kind of interesting because Diego Dalot had a brace, and Cristiano Ronaldo, he scored. But that would make the game 3-0 opposed to 2-1. And the reason for that is because Diego Dalot scored a regular goal, and he also scored an own goal, which is very interesting. Spain versus Serbia, it ended 0-0. Everybody played for these games. It was like normal. I didn't know that it wasn't like friendlies and stuff. So I just noticed, I believe yesterday, that it wasn't. So they're playing everybody. So Lamine Yamal was playing, Nico Williams is playing, let me think, Mata was playing, I think Almo got injured, so we'll go into that a little bit. And then we have Argentina, Chile, which ended 3-0. Which, honestly, I didn't get to watch, but it looked interesting. It was 3-0. I don't have time yet on this side, but I think both goals from, how did I forget to say his name? Alvarez and, Dybala. I can't believe I forgot how to say that name. So, they scored like very last 85 minutes and up. And then McAllister scored, I can't remember what time. Then Belgium. Whoa, I didn't put who they played against. No. Well, Belgium played. I'm so sorry, I forgot to put who they played against. But they did. It was 2-1. 3-1. Wow, this one is really bad, so don't mind this one. I'm going to have a lot of confusion. This game was 3-1 with an own goal by Castange. And then we have KDB, who scored twice, and Tielemans, who scored once. And then, let's see what's left. France played Italy. That one ended 3-1, which actually surprised me because Mbappe was playing and everybody was playing. I was very surprised with how it turned out. I thought it would have turned out better, but it didn't. I knew the game was happening. I was following it on my phone. I had football sending me notifications. And then Barcola, I believe, scored in the first minute. And I was like, good. I think France is still going to win. And then DeMarco Raspadori scored to make it 3-1. So, personally, I like France. No, I do like Messi, but I like France, and I wanted France to win, but too bad they couldn't. Then we have Brazil versus Ecuador. That one, Rodrigo scored in the 30th minute, which was interesting. I didn't get to watch any of these games, sadly, again. But Rodrigo doesn't really usually score with Brazil, so I was honestly surprised. I forgot to put some transfers on here, but I'll still talk about them. Here's an interesting one: England versus Ireland. And if you know, Jack Grealish and Declan Rice both played at, when they were youth players. They played for Ireland, so both of them did score. So it was basically 2-0 to both teams, kind of. But it did end up 2-0 to England. Germany, Hungary, we have Fulkrug. Now I have the Times who scored. Fulkrug, who did have a transfer to West Ham. I really think that was good. I watched him play in the semifinals versus PSG of the Champions League, and that was really, really good. They did play really, really good. Musiala and Wirtz did score, who had great seasons. Musiala with Bayern Munich and Wirtz with Bayern Leverkusen, going unbeaten until playing Atalanta, which I actually watched. Playing Atalanta in the final. So that was interesting. So I did watch that game. Pavlovic, I don't know if I said that right. He scored in the 77th minute. Don't have much to say about that. It was interesting. The score was 5-0. It was a very interesting game to watch. I'm probably gonna watch the highlights after this. And then after Havertz scored, who had a great season personally with Arsenal. Let's find the next page. Alright, I don't have much today. I'm gonna do some transfers. I'm gonna throw in some transfers that I can remember and talk about them, in my opinion. I don't know. Alright, so we have Netherlands versus Louisiana and Herzegovina. I did not say that right. For Netherlands, who won 5-2. It was nice. Their goals were from Xerxes, who I thought was injured. I don't know. But he does play for Manchester United, who did recently have a transfer there. And he didn't play much, but I think he did start out playing a little bit in the preseason, and that was interesting. Then we have, how do I say that? Rangers scored for Netherlands, so did Gakpo, Weghorst, and Xavi Simons. And then for the Lusna and Herzegovina, I think. Demirovic scored and Deco scored in the 73rd minute. Another interesting game. Another upset. I wish I could watch this game. USA versus Canada, which was interesting. We had De La Torre, who scored. So De La Torre scored in the 66th minute, and then we have Snaffelberg and Jonathan David, who scored. So Canada, I guess, had a good game. I wish I could watch it. 1 second. Sorry, the camera messed up a little bit. So the next game I have is Portugal versus Scotland, where we had, it was 2-0 to Portugal. and Portugal is playing today, I believe. And Spain is. I was having a bunch of notifications today as I was kind of resting a little bit, and I noticed there was a lot of notifications. And so next video, I will be covering all of those that happened. Then, so Bruno Fernandes scored in the 54th minute, and then Ronaldo scored in the 88th minute to give them the win 2-0. Last but definitely not least, we have Spain versus Switzerland, and that game ended, let's see, that game ended 3-1 with Torres, Ruiz, and Josu scoring, with Switzerland scoring. Adomuri scored in the 41st minute to give them a goal. That was all that happened in the past week, but I did want to cover a little bit of stuff that happened, just a transfer that I can remember right now, in a transfer, or some interesting stuff that happened, my bad. First thing first was a transfer that I wanted to talk about, which is Raheem Sterling to Arsenal, which I didn't see coming. People like to call him a snake, from going from Liverpool to Manchester City to Chelsea to Arsenal, which is very interesting career path to pick. Never left England, but was joining all the rivals, and he has joined 4 of the top 6, which is very interesting. He's still, people are saying next 2 signings are Tottenham and Manchester United to cover up the big 6 teams in the Premier League. I don't believe that personally. It is a little joke, but it is interesting to see that transfer happen. Another thing that was interesting was Bellingham getting injured and being out for the month. That will cost Real Madrid, especially with starting with a bad start for the season. So I don't think that is the best thing that happened to Real Madrid at this moment, even though that they are in a very terrible situation. And with Mbappe, to me, underperforming, and Vinicius and Rodrigo being the help for the team. So that was a very interesting week or so, a little less, a little more. It was very interesting. Thank you for watching. I'm Gladiator. This is Gladiator Kicks.